Hi guys, welcome back to GOO ROO Beauty. I'm Jodi and this is Tony, my husband of 10 years and the love of my life.
Hello.
It's been a while since Tony was in one of my videos. He is by far the most highly requested thing on GOO ROO Beauty. It amazes me because you don't have much to do with makeup, do you, Tones?
Not much.
And I'll include some links down below if you'd like to watch. One of the most popular ones was when Tony did my makeup. Hilarious. Don't know about the outcome, but it was a lot of good fun, wasn't it?
It must be good. People keep looking at it.
It was definitely one of those the journey is better than the destination type scenarios. I posted recently on Instagram and on Facebook for some Q&As for Tony and myself. We'll start with Instagram and move on to Facebook. Okay, so the first question I'll ask you, Tony, is from Tiana A15. When did you meet?
I don't know. Back in the day, when we used to stay awake past 10 o'clock?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, when we both used to stay awake past 10 o'clock.
Yes, we met at a pub when my sleazy mate tried to pick up Jodi's friend.
I saw him from afar and I said to my friend, he has the kind of face that I go for. He's got the sort of Neanderthal forehead and the blue eyes and the sweet friendly smile, the way his mouth curls up at the ends. Very manly.
He came down and put a bunch of shots down on the table and then...
And next thing, Mr. Wingman, you were sitting next to me.
Oh, yeah?
It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it?
Okay.
Is it my turn to read?
Oh yeah, you need to ask.
I'll put the safety goggles on. Leaha_Martello. Who is your favourite YouTuber? What's your favourite makeup brand? When did you start? This is like 5 questions in one. When did you start liking makeup? And what nationality are you?
Okay, who's your favourite YouTuber? Wow. I don't think I could name just one. I have a lot of favourite YouTubers. I will answer that in a whole nother video. What's your favourite makeup brand? You asked some hard questions, Leah. Yeah, MAC is definitely one of my favourites, but I've mentioned recently Galan is one of my favourite high-end luxury brands, Dior, Chanel, but I also like Revlon, Maybelline, Rimmel. I mean, yeah, I don't really have one single favourite. I have products that I love from within pretty much every brand. That's the trouble, that's the problem, but that's why I make the videos for you.
When did you start liking makeup?
Very early on. I remember being 7 or 8 years old and watching my mum put on makeup. I remember just being amazed and loving it and wanting to get into my mum's makeup stash. I would spend hours just putting on makeup with nowhere to go as a teenager.
What nationality are you?
I was born in the USA, in Tucson, Arizona. I was raised in Australia. I have 2 nationalities, I guess. I'm American and Australian. I carry both passports.
I'm a Canadian and New Zealand and US citizen and then permanent resident in Australia. So that means our daughters, Jade and Lily, are New Zealand, Australian, Canadian and US citizens. We're 14 people between the 4 of us. Born identity, where he's got all those passports in the drawer, and here we've got passports all over the place.
We have to fish around.
We wipe our bums with passports because we've just got passports everywhere, don't we? You just use an old passport. Not really. We don't wipe our bums.
What do you do to get success in your career?
Oh, what do you do to get success? We have to ask Jodi that one because I don't have success in my career.
I mean, that's part of the answer, isn't it? Success is, you know, up for interpretation. What is successful? Am I head of the company? No. Am I making $500,000? No. Am I recognised for being good at what I do and respected, I think, within the organisation? Yes. So I went to college. I went to uni. I think that helps.
A big part of being successful is that you actually do what you say you're going to do and what you're expected to do.
Yeah, so that's having integrity, I think. I think it's really important to have integrity and do what you're supposed to do and do what you say you're going to do and deliver expectations and hopefully deliver above them. One piece of advice that I would give to anyone, though, from what I've learned in my career so far, is that no one's going to blow your trumpet for you. I think it's really important that you do celebrate your successes and that you do let people know about your successes in a professional way. So I think that's really important. What do you do to get success in your career? You work hard and you have integrity and you make sure that you celebrate your successes. All right, next question. What does hubby think when you bring home new products to try?
This is from Live Well Too. Well, I wouldn't know most of the time. There's a whole cabinet full of 50 drawers in the bathroom full of makeup. I don't know when there's something new comes.
Well, the trick is to just make it a constant supply of bags. He doesn't know if it's been sitting there for a month or just brand new today, because there's just a constant amount of makeup and shopping bags around. Just a bit of a trick kind of thing that you play on your husband. He does it. They can't keep track. Make it so busy with bags and movement and stuff everywhere that they don't know what's new and what's not.
And besides, Jodi makes the money. She can spend it on whatever she wants.
Also, Jodi, would you ever do a meet and greet for your Perth subscribers? Tony can bring his guitar. That sounds really fun. We'll have to organise something.
In the summer,
something like that.
Just go and have a picnic somewhere. Go up to Kings Park or something.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay, Eda100 asks, your favourite and most trusted site for buying cosmetics online?
I posted a video a couple of years ago on, best places online to buy makeup. Off the top of my head, let's see, beautybay.com is fantastic, Urban Decay, brands like that at reasonable prices and free shipping is fantastic. Along the same lines, I guess, is Look Fantastic. I really love kissandmakeupny.com for Laura Mercier, Smashbox, NARS at US recommended retail, and flat $9.95 shipping from them. Absolutely love that site. Rye.com.au is a great site. They ship from Queensland in Australia and sell a lot of brands at reasonable prices. There's lots of sites. I think I'll have to do another video going over all the different sites that I would recommend.
Makeup Science asks, what do you do for a living? And or do any of your work colleagues know you have a YouTube channel?
So I am in pharmaceutical sales. Some of my colleagues know that I have a YouTube channel, yes, when it comes up in conversation, in a social setting. I don't know if any of them are fans enough of makeup to actually watch it. I think it probably bores most of those people to death. So some of them know, most of them don't. It doesn't have too much relevance to what I do on a daily basis with my job, really. Some do, most don't. So Tony, here's a question for you from Sarah Pont 87. What does Tones think of your makeup collection?
I think it's great. I just, honestly, I don't think about it very much. There's a lot of makeup there. I don't have much interest in makeup. So, I don't know. It's not really any of my business.
Here's another question for you from Makeup Science. When's Tony going to make an album of his music?
Well,
that's some breaking news.
When? I did make I made an EP of 6 songs, went up on iTunes just in August. So, and that is called Back to the Roots. Back to the Roots by Tony M.
That's on iTunes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll post that information down below. And there's another one in the works, is there, Tones?
Yeah, I've got another 11 songs almost ready to go. I've recorded a bunch of stuff. It's all basic stuff, blues, folk. It's pretty cool.
It's lovely, it's great. Kirsten Kitten asks, what is your job? I answered that. Tony, what's your job?
Oh, I work for a medical logistics company, so in the morning I drive a truck around to the major hospitals around Perth. In the afternoons I'm in the warehouse picking and packing orders for the next day. So, pretty good fun. Perth's a pretty cool town to drive around a truck in. N1N Jarena, does Tony watch anyone on YouTube? And if yes, who? I don't really, I think I'm subscribed to a couple of channels. Some American guy. He does amazing things with his guitar, with percussion as well on the guitar, so he's strumming and banging the thing, and it's really cool. And then I watch, some UFC stuff, and I watch some rugby league games on NRL. Not much YouTube, really.
So it's GOO ROO Beauty.
Just GOO ROO Beauty, of course.
Alex Design asks, does Tony also sing?
Oh, that's all Tony does.
Tony loves to sing. Tony's music began with his singing, so he's been in bands, as the singer. When we lived in America, he decided to sort of make a go of playing professionally for a living. So he would have gigs, every day, every night, wouldn't you? Just about 5, 6, 7 nights a week, sometimes doubled up.
Tribal T? Maybe it's Tribal T, is it?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Tribal T. Asks, your treat is makeup. What is Tony's? Ah. Anything sweet.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate cake. Carrot cake is my favourite, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Carrot cake if it's got the cream cheese icing. I love that stuff.
Gotta have that.
It's good gear, that. And coffee.
Yeah.
It's not really a treat because I have it a lot.
Beaumont One Mama asks, does Tony miss eating pineapple lumps?
Kiwi. Beaumont One Mama is a Kiwi.
A Kiwi thing. Tell us about pineapple lumps.
Pineapple lumps are, well, they're just lumps of pineapple covered in chocolate.
Are you saying pineapple limps?
Lumps. Lumps.
Limps?
You idiot.
Pineapple
Australians. Pineapple lumps are lumps of pineapple. You can call them lumps if you like. With chocolate on, and they come in a plastic bag and you eat them. Oh, my favourite Kiwi things are like Whittaker's peanut slabs. Chocolate fish were always good too. Used to have chocolate fish.
I know chocolate
They were
fish.
yummy.
I think he misses the fish and chips.
Yeah. Jakey and Coco asks, how do you like spending date nights? My husband and I love going to the movies. Oh, we'll probably see you there.
Look for the biggest bucket of popcorn and we'll be behind it. Well, I'll be behind it probably.
Yeah.
Tony will be trying to get some.
Oh, I get plenty. Lately we haven't gone to the movies as much.
No, we haven't gone to the movies for a long time.
No, because when we have a date night, it's not necessarily a late night.
But it is a great night.
Sometimes we just try new places, don't we?
Yeah, we usually end up at the same cake place in Leaderville
Yeah.
every time, don't we?
Yeah, there's
If
a
you're
great...
a Perthy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We like to sit there and watch all the youngies on a Saturday night, don't we? We call them young. We're so old that we call them youngies.
It's a really cool place because, you know, there'll be a couple of old grannies sitting at one table and then some club kids at another table and...
J Victorian 23 says, what was your first high-end makeup purchase ever? From all of the makeup you own, what is your most prized possession? You ask some tough questions, J Victorian 23. Alright, I guess MAC would have been one of my first sort of splurgy brands. It was the first time I'd ever really gone into a store, you know, asking for advice on something without, you know, going in. I'd bought other MAC stuff before, but I knew exactly what I was after and I knew what the price was and whatever. But this was the first time I went in and asked for advice, and I was after powder, basically, a touch-up powder, and I bought blot powder. Then I made the mistake of asking the makeup artist what I should apply it with, and he pulled out a brush, rang it up, and the brush was $70-something. This was in America too, and I remember paying it, but just, I could not believe that I just bought a $70-something brush. My, how times have changed. But oh my gosh, I was shocked. That was my first memory of makeup sticker shock. I just could not believe that there would be any brush in the world $70, and he just pulled it and charged it and rang it up. From all the makeup you own, what is your most prized possession? And I would have to say that it's a couple of makeup items that my grandma gave me. And I don't know how old they are or were, but she gave me a loose powder. I have to pull them out for a video, but she gave me a loose powder from like the 50s or something. Unbelievable. They have that really, you know, traditional sort of vintage makeup smell. They don't smell terrible. And she also gave me a beautiful red lipstick. She was just probably cleaning out her makeup drawers, but, you know, my grandma's not alive anymore, and, you know, I remember seeing her putting on makeup as well, getting ready. So yeah, they would be my most prized possessions, is the powder and the lipstick that my grandma gave me.
Samuel asks, how did you guys meet and how long have you been married? Today is my 11th wedding anniversary. Well, if you're still married,
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. We were married 10 years ago, weren't we? Yeah, we met at the Mustang Bar when my sleazy mate tried to, you know, just hit rewind and you'll see all about that.
Jade SVP asks, what was your go-to makeup in the 80s, 90s and 2000s? Tony, we'll start with you.
Oh, just a bit of black lipstick and, you know.
Did you wear any makeup
No,
in
I've
any
never
of those?
worn any makeup. My makeup in the 90s would have been stitches. I would often get stitches in my eyes.
Rugby.
Yeah, I had a few over this eye, a few over this eye, a few in this lip. Yeah, stitches in the face, really.
Oh, that's lovely. In the 80s, I guess I was pretty young. I was born in 1976, so very early teens. Gosh, I would have been lucky to have been able to wear a bit of lipstick, I think. So I hadn't yet gotten into even mascara or anything yet. Maybe a bit of eyeliner. just on the top of my lash line, bit of a pencil maybe smudged around, and maybe some lipstick that I'd stolen from my mum. That was probably it. Moving into the 90s, I really did like the black eyeliner and then a plummy matte lip. I would really like that sort of heavy coverage foundation. Yeah, I loved like Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place. They were my makeup inspirations there, I would say. And then in the 2000s, gosh.
While you're thinking about it, I just remembered that when I was about 11 or 12, I think I wanted to try and go to an R13 movie. In New Zealand they had your restrictions were R13 and then R18, I think. And I was, 11 or 12, and I think I tried to draw like a moustache so that I could try and get into an R13 movie.
I used a lot of Max Factor Pancake in the 90s. In the 2000s, it would have been probably Bare Minerals, Sheer Cover. I discovered the mineral powders. Sephora, loved the Tarte cheek stains. And there was a brand that Jessica Simpson launched in Sephora, and it was like candy. Everything was supposed to taste like and look like candy. Getting into MAC, that kind of thing. But a lot of Bare Minerals eyeshadows and that kind of thing. Yep, good one, Tones. Dope Lopez Girl 83. How do you keep the passion alive in your relationship?
It's not Dope Lopez Girl, it's D Lopez Girl. Poor D Lopez Girl 83.
I'm so sorry. Is that what I said, Dope?
Dope Lopez Girl. What?
I'm so sorry. D Lopez Girl 83 says, how do you keep passion alive in your relationship?
Oh, I don't know.
No, the passion's not alive in a relationship.
No passion.
A lot of love.
Yeah, just have a few laughs. No?
Yeah, you just got to laugh. No passion.
No passion.
No. What's each other's last favourite trait of the other?
Least. What's each other's least? My wife has to learn to read. So that's my least favourite.
I'm
She
so
can't read.
tired.
Read the thing here. Look.
What's each other's least favourite trait of the other?
Yeah. God, I just hate Jodi's makeup. There's so many, I guess.
Which one?
Which one? It's hard to narrow it down to the least favourite.
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh no, not that. No, there's worse things than that. Yeah.
Oh, and you still just love me.
I do, yeah, I do love you. Least favourite trait.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty good. I do get a bit nervous when Jodi drives. She's very aggressive.
What?
She likes to go for the gap. She sees the gap, she's got to go for it. I don't care about the gap. I don't have to go for that. I just sit behind the truck. Just drive
Why
along.
would you sit behind the truck doing 50 on a 100 kilometre an hour
Because I'm
freeway?
listening to the radio, listening to the kids killing each other and the back of the screaming.
I like to hit cruise control. If I can stay in a straight line and maintain that speed, I'm quite happy. I'm not aggressive, floor it, go, stop, start. My brother-in-law does that. But if it means I have to weave through traffic to maintain a constant speed, then so be it.
How do you fix your problems in your marriage? What's your advice? I just deny it.
Choosing the right person to marry in the first place. 10.5 years of marriage for us. We're not experts on marriage. Our marriage is not perfect, but I think ultimately you realise after that amount of time that marriage has its ups and its downs and its highs and its lows, and when you're in the thick of feeling really furious with each other and like you just can't stand each other, you know after enough patterns that you're going to come out the other end of it, and it's going to be great and it's going to be rewarding.
We've both been willing to do stuff to try and fix problems. We've been to counselling.
Yeah. Ultimately, truth and honesty is important though, isn't it, honey? I mean, for us personally, I think we're pretty honest and truthful with each other. And I think as long as you've got that, then you've got something to keep going.
Nothing lasts for very long, does it?
No.
Nothing. So if things are going great, you just try and make the most of it because it's not going to last. And if things are going terribly, then you just try and get through it because that's not going to last either.
And it's all okay. Marriage isn't meant to be perfect. It's not meant to be happy all the time. One of the best things that I'd ever heard, it's not love that keeps a marriage alive. It's marriage that keeps a love alive. You kind of drift in and out of feeling in love with each other, but the fact that you're married is the cement that keeps you together. It's not it's not putting the marriage to the test. You know, you love as you drift in and out and around as you change. It's the marriage that's solid, that holds you together and everything through the hard times, I think.
Yeah.
Deansy7 asks, how did you meet? That was we answered that one.
We did that one. Good question though, and we answered it with a fantastic answer.
It was a good
It was a good answer to a good question. Jules Stagram asks, tell us about the lovely friend you were out with the night you guys met and how her sob story brought you two together. Oh, laugh out loud. Face. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. With lots of crosses and a moi. Oh, these things all mean things, I'm sure.
Julie is my lovely friend. We just started working together. I said, come on, we've got to go get Friday drinks. So off we went to the Mustang Bar and did some dancing. And
Well, that's her.
It is! No, you
She's
get it.
asking who she is.
It's Julie. So that's Julie.
That's
Hi,
cool.
Julie.
G'day,
I've known
Jules.
Julie since I was 12 years
G'day,
old.
Paul.
And Paul, her husband.
Because I'm sure he'll be watching.
Paul I used to work with at the Sheraton Perth Hotel.
Julie and
Little
Paul.
Boydie.
Boyd, yeah, that's right.
Boydie.
Yes.
And they have a little, beautiful little baby boy.
He's a big Boyd.
Hello,
Yeah.
Julie and Paul and Boydie.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, it was Julie that brought us together.
Oh.
Because my friend Julie is so attractive to lure in the sleazy mate that we, the wing people, got together.
Very clever.
Yeah, thanks, Jules. Last question here on Instagram.
Oh, Mahalaka 1. From where you get a lot of money to buy a huge amount of makeup? Yes, that's a good question. And of course, it's from crime.
Moving on to Facebook here. Vicky Pedersen asks, your first date. We want all the juicy bits.
Oh, yeah, we were going to do the dinner and a movie. We were having a good time and we forgot to go to the movies, didn't we?
She says she wants all the juicy bits, but I don't think there was any juice for
There's
quite a while. Third, fourth, fifth date, thinking, when is this guy going to kiss me? Fifth date, I think we might have managed a kiss on the lips. So he was a little bit of a shy dater, young Tony. You were too scared to kiss me, weren't you, darling?
I guess.
He was mesmerised by my beauty, wasn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just not a fast moving lady killer. Sally Ann Marsh asks, how do you balance work/family commitments to keep everyone happy?
How? I'd like to know
How do you do that?
It's a constant battle, isn't it? That you feel like you're failing sometimes to balance everything and keep everyone happy. It's not easy. I don't think anyone's perfect at that. And, you know, I think something that I've learned is that you can't have it all. Anyone who thinks that women can have it all, working and family and all that stuff, I think they're absolutely wrong. You can't have it all. No matter who you are or what you're doing, you have to make choices and you have to make sacrifices, and there are things that you're going to have to do without if you choose to do one thing over the other. So it is a constant struggle to try and find balance and try and make sure that everyone and everything is getting enough and what they need.
And the other thing is, you have to try and ignore other people judging you on the choices that you've made. That's the hardest part. Everyone's doing the very best they can.
Yeah.
And it's just, if people would just let everyone get on with it, we'd probably all be a lot happier.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think we get anywhere from judging each other, right? Working mums, stay-at-home mums, part-time mums, dads, stay-at-home dads.
Everyone's just having a go, aren't they?
Yeah.
Doing the best they can for their kids and for themselves and their families.
Yeah, for me personally, a lot of it comes from having a very, very supportive and hands-on partner, and a lot of women don't have that. As hard as it is working and 2 little kids, is that Tony does a lot for us and for the kids and for me, and I'm so thankful because there's women out there who don't get anywhere near as much help from their partners with regards to family and the kids and cooking and that kind of thing as I do.
I'm pretty whipped. Another question from Sally Ann Marsh. Are you going to have any more children? Well, I'll let Jodi answer that. No. I think I've changed 8,000 nappies.
He draws the line at 8,001.
That's enough.
Yeah. Amy O'Mara says, is Tony's music available to the public?
Yes, it is.
Yes. On iTunes, he is selling an EP on iTunes, as we said. I'll post a link to that down below. And a new album coming, so I'll have to let you know when that comes out.
For Tony, what do you think of Jodi's makeup collection? Well, we did that one as well, didn't we?
Yep.
That's asked by Joanne Reed, and we've already answered that. But it's a good question. I don't think about it very much. Shelley Creff.
Yes.
Is Jodi ever surprised at how much Tony has picked up about beauty products? And does Tony feel more qualified now to give his friends beauty product advice?
Hello, Shelley Creff and Mr. Shelley Creff. Am I surprised at how much Tony has picked up about beauty products? No, he's picked nothing up about beauty products.
Not much.
We did a husband does my makeup tag, and he knew where things go on the face. He made me laugh so much that my eyes were crying and I was laughing, and he was trying to put eyeshadow onto teary eyes, which was disastrous. It was downhill from there. But he doesn't know very much about makeup. I wouldn't. No. He doesn't.
I freely give advice to my friends about beauty in the warehouse. So you moisturise now. Anna Leonetti, how long have you been married? And what's your age difference? End of November it'll be 11 years. And our age difference is, what do we figure it out? It's like 7.5 years or something?
7.5 years, yep.
It's not 8 and it's not 7. So when we met, we were, 31 and 24 kind of thing?
Yeah. That wasn't that much of a difference, was it really?
No. It'd be different if I was 21 and you were 14. That's quite different than 31 and 24.
When I was that age, though, I was going for much older guys. I've always gone for older guys.
It's not a big thing, really. Sometimes there's some generational things we could laugh about. Not generational, but you know, just, yeah. Or maybe cultural as well. Because of the Aussie thing, you know, and of course, superior Kiwis.
The Aussies superior to Kiwis?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Except the opposite.
Well, that about wraps up all the questions. Thank you everyone so much for posting your questions on Instagram and on Facebook. I really appreciate it. For those of you who have missed Tony and been asking in comment after comment when he would next appear in a video, I hope that this has been fun for you to watch. Thank you, Tony, for letting me use your music. Cool, I appreciate it. If you want to hear more music from Tony, do search for Back to the Roots Tony M on iTunes. More information down below about that for you. And we'll try and leave it not so long before Tony's on another video as well. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.
Bye.
We balance each other very well. It's a bit of yin and yang. Yin and yang. Yin and yang.
Tit for tat. Do 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 do.
How's that, Tones?
Good. I was great. You were rubbish. How do you make it stop? What?